Good evening, everyone. Today, I'll be presenting the interface as well as for the horizontal and vertical prototypes for the ShopEase application. So, the purpose of designing the ShopEase application is to enable small business owners to create a online store from their smartphones. So as a part of this particular video, I'll be representing how does our application looks like in a paper prototype. Post this, we will be using Figma to create a digital prototype. So as you can see on the screen, this is the first interface the user will be seeing on our app when they first download our application. And the application name is ShopEase, and you could see over here this is the logo, and over here we just given a brief description about building your online store as well, because it is very important for small business owners who are tech illiterate to build an online store. Now, if you see over here, get started now, as well as if already an existing user is present, then they will be able to log in into their account by clicking on login here. So now this is the first part of the interface. So now assuming that the user clicks on the get started now. Now, once the user has clicked on the get started, we can see the different screen that will be presented to the user. Over here, the user can register for our application for creating the online store by mobile phone. So over here, the user has to select a country code of the mobile number through a drop down menu. So if a user clicks, for example, US drop down, and then he has to give the input from the US number. Once this is one way. The other way is that the users could log in or sign up into our application using the Facebook login or Google or email. So once the user has selected whichever it is convenient for him to log in into our application, then they will press the continue button. So now assuming that the user is already, this was the case when the user was new, but if the user was already an existing user who was registered on our application, then he will be clicking on login here button. So once he click the login here button, he will be taken to the screen of a login page. So over here login page, we could see that if the user chooses to use a mobile number, he will give an input in this particular field. Once the input is given, we are providing security to our application by enabling two-factor authentication, which will be providing the code. And the reason for providing this particular thing is because the mobile numbers is universally present with everyone. So only with the two-factor authentication we could add security to our application. Or the user could log in a similar way to sign up function by clicking on Facebook or Google or email. So now assuming that the user has logged in into their application, he will be taken down to the business details page. So in this is the initial page where the user has to provide the name of the business. So in the name of the business should be inputted in this particular field. Once the user has input the particular thing and he presses on finish, he will be displayed a message that your e-commerce store has been created. And the purpose for this particular thing is because the user will get a feedback that their e-commerce as this online store has been created, and it will act as a motivation to complete the further task. So once this message is displayed to the user, they will be moved across this particular home page. If you could see the home page over here, we could see that the top bar will indicate the user like how much process has been set up, how much progress has been made in setting up the online store. And then we could see a tick mark in the green check mark indicating that the store has been created. Now we will also providing an onboarding video which is less than a 5 minutes duration for the user to understand our application, how to interact with our application. And this was provided from the feedback of the user testing that we have performed, as well as we felt that while users were interacting, they felt that if an onboarding video is present, then it would be further easy. At the same time, we could see there are different icons that are present over here. For example, home button. So this is the existing screen that we are present in the home screen. Now the second button would be orders button. So orders indicate all the orders that were processed by the user, by the shop owner till date. And the next button would be manage. So the manage particular button will provide the user to manage their payments as well as manage their account, teams, etc. The next button would be account button. Account button provides the user to manage their account details like changing password, deleting their account and further details. So in this particular thing, we will be providing a vertical prototype for creating an online product or creating a listing for a new product. So for that particular thing, the user will be clicking on this particular button, products. So once a product button is pressed, he will be taken to this particular screen. So now as you can see in this particular screen, there are different available products that are present for the user. First product, second product, third product. And if the user wanted to see further products, he will be pressing on view more, which will provide a list of all the products that are available in their online store. So for in our case, we wanted to show the vertical prototype of creating a new product. For that one, the user will click on add new product. So once the add new product has been pressed as in the previous page, the user will be taken to this particular page. Over in this particular page, the user has an option to upload a product image or video. And then once the user has uploaded the required product image and video for the product that is about to upload, then the product name. So the user has an option to give an input for the product name. So once the user has provided an input product name, in our example, let's assume it is muffin. Now, in a similar fashion, he will be giving a category of the product so that it is easily manageable for the users. So the muffin product will come under the category of cakes. The same way, he will be giving an input for the price of the product. So in this particular case, he has given the price as $5. At the same time, the user can also provide a discount on the particular product, which is a variable. So assuming that in our case, the user would be providing a discount of 5%. Now product quantity. So now this particular thing will give the users how much quantity is present for that particular product that he wanted to sell. So this is provided over here by giving the input. And product details. So in this particular thing, the user will provide the product details of the particular product. So in our case, for the muffin, the user has provided like vegan and gluten free. So now at the time of testing, we have received the feedback that a product variant should be present for the particular products. So therefore, we have created a new interaction wherein the user could also add a product variant. So once the user presses the product variant, he will be taken to the page of add variants. So in the variants, the user could add different variants like small, medium, large, black, gray, red. For sizes, he could select the particular size. For colors, he could choose a color, and condition of the product like used, refurbished, new. The condition of the product could be saved. And once the user presses the save button, and the particular product will be added to the to its inventory. And that after that one, the user will be shown on the home page that their product has been successfully created. So I think the home page will be shown up, and over here a pop-up message will be coming up that product has been successfully added to the inventory. So this is how the workflow revolves around the process of adding a new product to the inventory for the e-commerce store by the owner. Along with this one, we have demonstrated the interfaces that are provided to the user as part of the horizontal prototypes. Thank you.